Hello, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like and notification bell. So today we're going to be taking a look at an article that talks about, are you doing better financially than the average American? And as we go along the different points, I'm going to share where I think I rate in these different categories. So let's get started. 10 signs you're doing better financially than the average American. Point number 1. You have more than $4,500 in savings. So this is the median amount that Americans have stashed away is $4,500. That means that half of Americans have more and half have less. I am good in this department. I have savings put aside for, personal business to make sure that I do not have to run into any debt if something comes up. Next point. You have more than $30,000 in your 401k. So Americans between the age of 34 and 54 have saved in their defined contribution plan about $36,000 for age 34 to 44 and $62,000 for age 45 to 54. This is a comparison against people in these age range, but I think the bar on this question is set very low. I've definitely been striving to have a much higher amount, and I hope you are also. Just a number to take a look at to gauge where you're at, to find out if you are above or below the average American. I've definitely been sharing on this channel about saving for retirement being a priority of mine because I would like to retire as soon as possible. So I've been focused on achieving much higher numbers in the hundreds of thousands. Next up is credit score. Your credit score is higher than 680. So I took a quick look just in my credit cards that showed me my credit score. I didn't go on Experian today, but I was able to pull up 2 credit scores. I pulled up a 799 and an 838. So yes, I am good on it, but it's something that you definitely need to be mindful of, especially if you're in a place where you may need to use credit. You should be aware of your credit score if you might need to rent an apartment, buy a car, or something like that. The average credit score is between 679 and 687. Okay, next up, you can cover an emergency of more than $2,000. Not sure why they broke these 2 points out to have savings and to have an emergency fund. But yes, definitely have money for an emergency of any kind at this type of dollar amount or larger, because I want to have money accessible in case there are larger issues that come up. So this article says that the Motley Fool survey found that 47% of Americans have an emergency fund that they can tap into suddenly of this amount of about $2,000, but other surveys have found that many people have far less, safe as little as a few $100s. And that's what I hear most of the time, is that many people don't have money accessible to them if they run into an emergency that is even $1,000. Whether it's $4,500 in savings or $2,000 for an emergency, yes, I have savings. You don't need to take money out of your savings every month. Yes, I definitely have a handle on my budget, that I know how much needs to be in the checking account. Once everything for that particular month or 2 weeks has been paid, I know what can go into savings. And it's very rarely that my expenses are that high that I have to take money from savings in order to supplement what is left in checking. Next point, you have less than $6,500 in credit card debt. So I have eliminated my credit card debt. I was moving balance from card to card, taking advantage of promotions, 0% interest rate, 1.99% interest rate, and just plugging away at the balances until I got them eliminated. So this says the average American adult has about $6,500 of credit card debt. So comparing yourself to the average American, that is the bar. You keep tabs on your money. Yes, I definitely do this. I do use my credit cards to pay everything that I can pay by credit card because I want the cash back, rewards, points, but I pay the card off as I make the purchases or pay my bills. I try to keep using the same 1 or 2 cards, so that makes it easy to be able to see the activity and keep track of subscriptions or things that you could potentially forget about. Your total net worth is at least $100,000. Yes, between my retirement accounts, 2 homes, savings, investments of well over $100,000. Hopefully one day I'll be able to share with you that I've passed that $1 million mark. Not there yet. You're on top of tax planning. So just a few months ago, I shared that I had to pay back a significant amount when I did my taxes, and that I had made adjustments. I have 2 jobs. I had made adjustments to my withholdings on both of my jobs to ensure that that didn't happen again next year. So with that, I was not prepared going into this past tax season, but I feel better prepared for next year. You pay your bills on time each month. Okay, so it says here that 1 in 4 consumers said they did not pay all of their bills on time, and 1/5 of adults expect to leave some regular monthly bills at least partially unpaid. Thankfully, I am not in this boat. I am able to pay all of my regular expenses and have extra money when those unexpected expenses pop up. So I guess they're considering you average if you fall within the 80% that are living paycheck to paycheck. These are just some estimates and comparisons. Not that comparing yourself to others is always good, but just something to look at and gauge if you need to set some financial goals for yourself. So I encourage you to set your bar higher than some of these metrics. So what do you think of the results that they shared here? How do you measure up? What goals do you have to work on? I think for me, some points that I can work on are being better prepared with having an understanding on what to expect when taxes come around, as well as determining exactly how many months of expenses that I want to have in savings. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, bye.